from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Wednesday, March 19th. Okay, so we have the moon in Scorpio energy until 3:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be shifting into Sagittarius energy at 4:18 p.m. again, Eastern Standard Time. So first of all, we always look forward to shifting out of the Scorpio energy and into the Sagittarius energy because of course, we've been doing a lot of shadow work here with the moon in Scorpio, especially with the final days of Pisces season, pressurizing that death, ending, and closure type of chapter in preparation for this renewal, this resurrection, this rebirth that, of course, we're all looking forward to when the sun shifts into Aries energy, triggering the equinox, rebalancing, resetting those karmic scales, and, of course, bringing us back to life. The Sagittarius energy acts as a light at the end of what is a very dark tunnel with the moon in Scorpio energy. And of course, the Sag energy is bright. It's optimistic. We're looking to expand and explore different truths, different perspectives. We are definitely focused more off on the horizon than we are into the past. And so this being the last day of Pisces season, I think it's very interesting that we have the moon shifting into Sagittarius energy, a fire sign in preparation for the sun shifting into Aries energy, which is a fire season. There's definitely going to be an acceleration with this fire energy really popping off in order to dry us up, dry us off from the emotional ocean that we've been swimming in for this past month. And of course, really kind of reignite a fire, a spark, a flame within us so that we can kind of emerge, if you will, out of the darkness into the light, into this new version of self, and get the party started. So there is a lot going on here today. And of course, this is going to be a pretty intense kind of day because, again, we're in the final degrees of Pisces season. We're in the final degrees of this old astrological calendar. And of course, we have ants in our pants anticipating moving into the new year with this new energy bringing us back to life. With all of that being said, there are 9 different aspects popping off here today. 8 of those aspects are going to involve the moon. The moon in Scorpio energy still going to trine, which is a beautiful interaction with Saturn, the Lord of Karma, who of course is in Pisces energy. This is water on water action, helping us to, first of all, remove the junk and the gunk from our mental and emotional realm. We are then going to feel refreshed and renewed in our soul and our spirit and our intuition and our goals and our dreams and our hopes and our wishes. And of course, Saturn brings a little bit more organization to our emotional realm, showing us, again, what needs to be done in order to close the door on particular chapters and clear the space, clean the slate for us to start building towards something new. This is a boss up energy, and we are definitely feeling this boss up energy because, of course, in the final days of Pisces season with the moon in Scorpio energy, we are turning pain into power. We're turning that darkness into light. And Saturn is definitely giving us a grounded perspective, an anchored perspective on what needs to be done in our inner realm to have that major change, that major transformation and preparation for the external realm, opening up new options and opportunities for us to grow, to evolve, to create a different realm, different reality. The moon is going to make a very uncomfortable interaction with Mercury. Mercury, of course, ruler of the mental plane. He's currently retrograde, so there's a lot of looking back, a lot of reflection, a lot of revision, a lot of reassessing, a lot of reanalyzing going on. And because he's in this Aries energy, it's a little bit spicy. It is definitely going to put us in a situation to realize where it is that our heart and our head probably not on the same page at this particular point in time. However, we're gaining a little bit of perspective. We're also gaining a little bit of momentum on how to meet ourselves in the middle. We have this major shift taking place in our emotional realm. Our headspace is kind of lagging behind a little bit. Yes, we have to flip the script. Yes, we have to change the narrative. The emotions are there for us to boss up, to do better, to be better. But again, we're kind of holding on, mentally speaking, to old ideas, to old narratives, to old perspectives. The moon in Scorpio then going to directly oppose, sit across from Uranus, the great awakener, in Taurus energy. So this is definitely going to bring a lot of energy into our physical bodies. Definitely have those ascension symptoms popping off. Again, take a listen to the forecast, download the guide, jump over to my Patreon, read the day-by-day play-by-play to understand how these energy shifts are manifesting discomfort in the physical form. Now, this opposition is definitely going to not feel good because there is a little bit of an awareness on where it is that part of us wants to kind of, make those changes, really kind of jump ahead and start kind of recreating the realm and reality that matches more in alignment to our goals, visions, and dreams than the old realm and reality that, again, we're currently dissolving, we're currently deconstructing. But the other part of us, again, fixed water energy with the moon in Scorpio, still holding on to the old, still kind of carrying that dead weight. Again, we are going through the process in order to understand why it is that we're holding on as tightly as we are. But at this particular point in time, there is a destabilization taking place in our inner realm to shake us up, wake us up so that we can see ourselves and where it is that we're actually blocking the progress in which we've been praying for. The moon in Scorpio then going to trine, which is a beautiful interaction, with the North Node in Pisces. Again, water on water action. The North Node in Pisces trying to get us on the right path, trying to get us in alignment with this new chapter, this new mission, this new purpose. Of course, the North Node in Pisces is all about us surrendering to the flow of the universe, really trusting the process, if you will, trusting the greater, grander plan, and trusting ourselves to actually get in alignment with what it is that our higher self, our heart space, wants us to do, wants us to pursue. So again, this is water on water action that, again, is cleansing us from the junk and the gunk, refreshing, renewing our soul and our spirit. And with this particular interaction, it's kind of giving us some intuitive downloads on what we want to kind of grow towards, what we want to build towards, what we absolutely feel called to pursue. And again, this is just a renewal in our hopes, our wishes, our dreams, and the faith and trust that we need within ourselves and within the universe to actually get in alignment with it. The moon is then going to make a positive interaction with Chiron, the wounded healer, who of course is in Aries energy. And this is going to put us in an emotional glow up. We are seeing our strengths. We are coming out of the darkness. We have turned certain pains into power. We have turn certain dark parts of self into light, into information, into knowledge. And because of this, we see ourselves from a different lens. We see the option and opportunity now to grow, to evolve. We are looking at the challenges that are currently presenting themselves in front of us as that option and opportunity to put into practice what we've learned. We have to walk the walk, talk the talk, and have this major glow up in our inner realm before we see that glow up in our outer realm. The moon is then going to trine with the sun. This means that, of course, we have the sun in the final degrees of Pisces energy. The moon in Scorpio reaching the final degree. They are coming together in a trine, water on water action. Again, cleansing, purifying us, renewing, refreshing our soul and our spirit. Anytime that the sun and the moon are coming together, there's going to be an emotional awareness of what we want, what we need, what we desire, what we have to do to get it. And so this is a beautiful energy that is really going to download us with a lot of positive, let's call them narratives, emotions, insights to kind of fuel the fire within so that we can remain focused on what needs to be done. The moon in Scorpio then going to trine, another beautiful interaction, this time with Neptune at the final degrees of Pisces energy. And this again is going to restore, refresh, renew our vision for the future, really kind of get in alignment with our higher selves, understand the goal, the vision, the dream that we're working towards, really put ourselves in a situation to now see the forest past the trees. And it feels really good. This is the boss up energy that we've been waiting for. This is the healing energy that we've been waiting for. This is the, let's call it, breakthrough that we've been waiting for. And again, we're definitely going to be feeling that more and more over the next couple of days when we shift into this new karmic chapter. 3:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon is going to go void, of course. And again, 4:18 p.m., we shift into that Sagittarius energy. 7:25 p.m., we have the sun in Pisces energy conjunct, which means that the sun is coming up to, bumping into, teaming up with Neptune, again, at the final degrees of his rulership here in the Pisces energy. This is a beautiful energy, beautiful interaction, definitely kind of putting us in a situation where we are looking back at the struggle. We're understanding why we had to go through it. We are kind of piecing together the darker parts of self to understand where it is that we're rising up and rising above. Now, fun fact here, this is going to be, let's call it the last time in our lifetimes that we are going to see the sun and Neptune come together, specifically in the Pisces energy, because again, we have Neptune leaving his rulership here very shortly, moving into Aries energy. And although, we do have a little bit of a backtrack, a retrograde taking place, they're not going to line up in the way that they're currently lining up here and now. So this is a very powerful time for closing a particular karmic chapter, shedding that old version of self, shedding what it is that we no longer want to experience, who we no longer want to be, what we no longer want to take with us moving into this next chapter. And again, this is just going to feel very cleansing. This is a restoration of our faith. This is just trusting the greater, grander plan. And we are definitely going to start feeling a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Now, the last thing that we have going on here today is the moon in Sagittarius energy, sextiling, which is a beautiful interaction with Pluto, the great transformer, in Aquarius energy. So we have fire and air now working together to create a spark, a fire, a flame, a combustion point where we are starting to boss up. We're starting to feel the change, the transformation within ourselves. We're starting to really feel where it is that we're rising up and rising above a lot of the struggles, a lot of the challenges that have been going on in our inner realm, especially throughout the course of Pisces season. And so this is a beautiful interaction that's going to kind of help us kind of tap into the strongest parts of self and really see where it is that we have done a great job in healing and in growing through a lot of the growing pains that we had been definitely under the weight of, especially for this past month.